Salut and welcome to the Food Scientist blog. So I know I've been MIA for the past couple of months. In case you haven't noticed, the name of this channel's changed to the Food Scientist blog, and so is the name of my website. I'm now over here at www.thefoodscientist.blog. So I've been focusing on new changes with the website, and I've completely forgotten that I'm supposed to be updating my YouTube channel too. So sorry about that. It's the beginning of second term for us in Southern Africa. So a lot of people are starting to stress about their O-level, A-level, AS exams coming October, November of this year. This is where you need to be at if you want to know all my secret tips on how to secure that A star on that certificate. Little backstory about me. For my IGCSEs, I wrote 11 subjects and I got 8 A stars and 3 A's. For AS, unfortunately, my grades kind of did a little. I got 4 A's and a B because English language hates me. And then for A-level, I wrote 4 subjects. Again, maths, physics, chem, and French. And I got 2 A stars and 2 A's. I think I'm a pretty reliable source on how to get an A star, guys. So sit tight, get yourself a notepad, take damn notes, because this is how you're gonna do it. Tip number 1, keep a copy of the syllabus. This is pretty obvious because you have to know what they expect you to know. So what you're going to do is you're going to download a copy of a syllabus onto an iPad or a laptop, even your cell phone if you must. I wouldn't advise you to print the syllabus because the syllabus is like 80 pages long. You're going to have a copy on your smart device, and then as you're studying, going through topic by topic, you're going to tick off all the little bullet points so that you know what, I've studied this, I know this. I've studied this, I know this. And you won't get any surprises in the exam. I mean, my maths teacher always used to say that people would walk out of exams and be like, "Oh, sir, you didn't teach me this, you didn't teach me that." You were taught, you just don't remember. And that's why it's important to have a copy of the syllabus so that you know that you're not going to get you're not going to get blindsided in the exam and read something that you have never heard of in your entire life. So start with that, get a copy of the syllabus. Right, the second thing you're going to do once you have this syllabus is you're going to establish a schedule. Routine is everything, guys. And the thing with the schedule is that once you get into it and once you're used to it, it makes it harder for you to procrastinate and say, "Oh, I don't feel like studying. Oh, I don't feel like studying." I mean, no one gets spontaneous urges to study. No one gets home and says, "Yes, guys, I'm going to open this textbook. I'm going to ace that exam." If you do, congrats for you. You're probably well on your way to passing and, a great life, Ivy League institution and all that. But like for the rest of us who don't get excited by the prospect of studying, have a schedule, guys, and make sure that you include breaks in your schedule. Make sure you include, eating times and sleeping times and all the other things that matter in life. Include some exercise time as well. I know that not everyone likes sport, but it's a really great way to de-stress, guys. So yes, step 2, establish a schedule. Right, step 3 is to understand that you do not know it all. Take it from me, guys, you don't know everything. You have to take advice from your parents, from your teachers, and from other people who've been through it before. Don't just assume that, I got this on my own, I don't need anybody to help me, because that is a lie. And honestly, take it from me especially because I learned this lesson the hard way. So what I did was I took advice from step 1 and I downloaded the schedule at the beginning of my AS year in 2015. And I said, I'm going to ace A-level. Everyone said it was hard, but I'm going to prove them wrong. So in the physics syllabus, there's a specific topic called waves. And in the syllabus I had, there was a section called the Doppler effect, which obviously I studied, I wrote notes about and everything. We eventually covered that topic in class with my physics teacher, and he did not mention the Doppler effect once. Not even once. And I was like, this man don't know what he's doing. Turns out, guys, I had downloaded the syllabus for 2016 when I was writing in 2015. So yes, I spent half a year studying the wrong content. Guys, I only realized this about 2 weeks before marks when I was comparing the syllabi with someone else. So yes, guys, I basically wasted 6 months studying the wrong content. The thing is, I lost on a lot during my AS year because there was stuff that had been removed from the syllabus for 2016 but was still there in 2015. So I had missed quite a bit of stuff as well. So understand that you don't know it all and always check that you have the right syllabus before you even start. Step 4, ignore outside influences. So I know I just told you to take advice from people and everything, but you need to learn to filter out the good from the bad Ignore your friends who are telling you about how great their extra lessons are going, how they're learning everything, about how they spend 4 hours studying every day. Ignore those people who tell you that they wake up at 3 in the morning to study, because they are lying, guys. Nobody does that. And if you do, you're crazy. Sleep is important. Value your slumber, okay? There are people who try to undermine your intelligence, and there are people who try to build up, your skill level. Know the difference between the two. And just know that outside influences aren't always your peers. Sometimes they could also be your teachers. I remember when I wrote AS level math, I came out with an A on the 87th percentile. And I know, woohoo, it seems like a really awesome grade and whatever, but maths was my favorite subject and I was trying to aim for an A star. And I remember I went to my teacher after with my grade and I was like, sir, what can I do? And he basically said to me that it was impossible for me to get an A star from there. I was so hurt by that statement. Honestly, it just carried me through my entire upper 6th year thinking that, you know what, I'm not going to be able to get an A star for the subject I so badly wanted to get an A star for. And guess what? I worked hard, I pushed, I said, you know what, this man said it's close to impossible, but I'm going to try and do my best anyways. And guess what? I got an A star for A-level math, guys. What? Gloating over? It's not impossible. Ignore outside influences. Only you know what you're capable of. Push yourself hard and you can surprise yourself with the results. Step number 5. Lay off the past papers. I cannot say this enough. I don't know when this trend started of people just using past papers to study, but it needs to stop because you're not helping anyone. The person you're probably hurting the most is yourself. Doing your homework, please resist the urge to look up mark schemes, because that doesn't help you at all, because then you end up not knowing what you don't know, and you need to know what you don't know so you can study the stuff so that you don't know, so that you can pass and get an A star. Hey. Actually, what I would advise is to leave practicing past papers until the very last minute. Go back to step 1, download your syllabus, make sure you know everything in that syllabus first, you've checked it off, you've studied all the materials, you know it inside and out. So please, 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 if there's one thing you take out of this, it's stop doing 500 past papers and learning nothing, because that will not help you. Know the material, because studying the past paper just tells you about how they ask the questions, and you'll only be able to answer a very specific type of question. And sometimes Cambridge likes to mix it up a bit. So it'll be the same content material, but it'll be phrased in a different manner. And for you who has only studied the past paper, you'll only know it phrased in the one manner. So when you see this, you'll get completely flabbergasted, you'll be flustered, you won't know, you won't know what to do. So study the course material. That way, if Cambridge decides they're going to change the format of a particular question or a paper or anything, you can relax, de-stress and say, I know my material. So yes. Write your own notes too, just as a side note to that. Write your own notes. Don't ask people for their notes and study off someone else's notes, because guaranteed you will remember it better and phrase in your own words. You'll have your own understanding of the concept if you write your own notes, rather than try and, force someone else's understanding on yourself. So, lay off the past papers, write your own notes. Right, moving on to step number 6. Is to schedule time to relax. Guys, I cannot say this enough. Rested body, rested mind, you'll be able to learn things better. So take a time out. I found that meditation really helped me during my upper 6th year. It's something that I've continued even now that I've finished school. Meditation really helps to kind of empty your mind, clear your brain of things that don't matter. And if you're not a hippie and you're not into the whole meditation idea, okay, cool, get out there. Have a run, walk if you're not that fit, yoga, listen to some music if you're not in the whole outdoors thing. Just sit down, put your earphones in, play your favorite album, curate a playlist called Chill. I have one, okay. And the thing is, I have African parents who didn't really understand the whole concept of me chilling all the time. So a lot of the time it would look like this.
Study later! Party now! Party.
No jokes, guys, I'm not some kind of party animal, but most of the time I'd be chilling, I'd be sleeping, I'd be reading a book that wasn't a textbook, and they'd get really frustrated at me, and I'd be like, guys, I'm trying to relax. Okay, just know that your relaxation time is important. Your sleep time is important. Please end this nonsense of waking up at 2 in the morning to study. You need your sleep, guys, more than anything. Especially when you're writing public exams, you need your sleep. Alright, so all's good and well. You've got your syllabus, you've got your schedule, and you are rocking the schedule until one day 8 p.m. hits, it's time for you to study, and guess what? You don't feel like studying. This is where tip number 7 comes in. Find motivation. So for me, I found that if I watched enough TED Talks in succession, I would be in the mood to study. I'd be like, yes, I'm going to get out there, I'm going to hit them books hard. And in particular, it was one TED Talk specifically for me. It was by Adam Grant on the habits of original thinkers. And he was talking about these people from Warby Parker, all these people who studied at Wharton, and you know, just what an amazing space it is. And most of these people, in my mind, most of these people he was talking about, the original thinkers, all went to Ivy League schools. It doesn't necessarily mean that going to an Ivy League school will make you an original thinker. What a coincidence, I'm going to pen now. Ain't that dandy? I think watching his TED Talk, 500 million times kind of got that into my head that I want to go there too. So that's what works for me. For you might be something different, might be music, if you get this motivation playlist. For me, I found that 7-Eleven by Beyonce made me want to get in there. I'd be like, right, I'm going to get in there, I'm going to crush these books. For some people, you might want to print some inspirational pictures. Put them up on the wall, put them on your mirror, put them somewhere where you can see them all the time and remember. I mean, my wall behind me here didn't always used to be photos of me. That's what happened when I left school. But before, this wall was filled with just inspirational photos. So, every time I'd be sitting at my desk and I'd look back in my bed and be like, I'd rather be there right now. I would see all these pictures and think, no, get back in there, girl. So find something that motivates you. Right, moving on to tip number 8, which is probably the second most important one on this list. It's seek help when you need it. Sometimes it doesn't help reading the textbook 500 million times, getting different textbooks, reading it from different perspectives. Sometimes there will be a topic you just cannot get no matter how many times you try. This is when it's best to probably consult with one of your teachers, and if you can afford it, go for an extra lesson or something, but not everyone can afford, what are they charging now, like $15 an hour, which is ridiculous. Not everyone can afford that. So if you like, just consult with one of your teachers. I was lucky enough to go to a school where my teachers were always eager to help me and, make time for you. Just, approach them and be like, dear sir, dear ma'am, please, I'm really struggling with this topic on protein synthesis. Are you available this afternoon to help me with it? And sometimes it's not always you're struggling with a certain topic. Sometimes the workload, just being, in upper 6, lower 6, form 4, just having to write public examinations can get to your head. So what you're going to do is you're going to seek out someone to talk to. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a parent, maybe you have a school counselor. Talk to them about what's stressing you. Anytime you need help with anything, if it's emotionally too much, if you just can't make it through, like you can't see next week because you've got this pile of homework and you don't know how you're going to survive. Talk to someone. Talk to your teachers. Let's say your teacher gives you 24 pages of homework. That happened to me in lower 6. It was beautiful. Your teacher gives you 24 pages of homework and says this is due in 2 days. If it's too much for you, if you've got homework from other subjects and you find that you are genuinely struggling to make it, talk to your teacher on time. Say, listen sir, I've got 3 other A-level subjects and I'm really struggling. Can I hand this in to you next week Monday? Because right now I cannot find the time to do it. Seek help. People will really be willing to help you. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. And my last tip for today, tip number 9, maybe the most important tip on this list. They're all important, but this one ranks slightly above the others. Trust yourself. It doesn't help for you not to trust yourself. And I struggle with that a lot, is that I would read a question and the first thing would come into my brain. I'd write that down. Later when I was going back through the paper, I'd say, that's not right. Let me change that answer. And you change it and you think, I'm not sure of that. and you have 500 million other possibilities in your head. Trust yourself, guys. It means nothing. All the learning in the world means nothing if you get in there and you just don't believe that you have the right answer, you don't believe you've done enough, you don't believe that you can really make it. Believe in yourself and it will happen. Come on guys, have confidence, believe in yourself. Even when you're studying, it doesn't help if you're reading and you're going, oh, but I'm not going to pass. Oh, but the subject's really hard. I don't know if I can do it. Come on, believe you can and you will. You can do this, guys. People have survived A-level in the past. You can do it too. Those are my 9 tips for how to get through public exams and get that A star. So come on guys, stick to the plan and you'll get through it just fine. Thank you so much for watching. Share with a friend who needs help, share with a friend who's struggling, share with a friend who just needs a little bit more motivation to study. I did it, you can do it too. I believe in you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe for more videos. And even if you're struggling, remember tip number 8 about seeking help. You can message me too. I mean, that's the reason why I decided to make this video, was that I got lots of messages from people asking, how did you study? How did you do this? How did you do that? And I thought, you know what? Let me share with the world my secrets. Candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. So I hope you share this with all your struggling friends, and best of luck for your upcoming public exams. Thank you. Bye.